Hello YouTube, it's me Katie and welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about money. While we do so, I'm going to go make some tea. I'm actually in the middle of the work day right now and I figured I'd take a 15, make some tea and make a quick cute little video and talk about this with you guys because I have wanted to talk about finances on my channel for actually a really long time, like probably many years. I watch a lot of financial videos myself and I know that they perform well on YouTube, so I wanted to make some just to like add to the conversation because there's so much going on. But the reason I haven't is because I have this admittedly irrational fear that if I talk about money, that I'm going to get robbed. I feel like it's going to motivate someone. If I'm like, oh, I have $50, someone watching the video is going to be like, oh, I need $50. And then I'm going to be the target. My $50, and it's irrational because it doesn't make sense. It's not like I've given you my bank account number and my social security number and you can go grab my $50. I haven't given you anything, but I just feel like when I talk about it, I'm gonna be screwed. So because of that irrational fear, I will just go ahead and be transparent and say I'm going to be talking about past numbers, but I'm not going to get into the specifics of current numbers because I don't want to get robbed. Okay, so then let's just talk about the financial like consensus in general right now, at least as far as money goes. So I am Gen Z. Z and X, being them right next to each other, and Y being somewhere in the mix, way too confusing. But I think I'm Gen Z. I'm the one after millennials. That finished very quickly. I'm making green tea. I want coffee, honestly, but it's too late in the day. So yes, I am Gen Z. Very late Gen Z. I'm almost a millennial. I'm a Gillennial, as they call us. A Zillennial. That's what they say. And I was born in '98, to be specific. So I'm 25 now. We'll be turning 26 this year, which is disgusting. And my, like, my generation's relationship with money seems to be really bad. We seem to not be in the best place ever. And that's because it's hard. Especially compared to what we thought, what we were told, what we were led to believe. Right? We were told the same thing our parents were told. That, you know, go to college, get good grades, get a good job, your life is set. You'll have enough money for a house and kids and to pay off your loans real quick, and you'll be set. Life will be golden. And we got here and it's not golden at all. Times have changed. Like, honestly, I should have seen more of this coming. As soon as they started talking about, because I feel like they started talking about this while I was in high school. As soon as they started talking about pushing up the retirement age to 67 and like getting rid of Social Security, was that it? Yeah, getting rid of Social Security, reducing the number of pensions. As soon as those conversations started to pick up, I should have knew, but I was too young. I didn't know anything about the world to see the writing on the wall for that one. But yeah, the financial like sector is not at all the same for us as it was for our parents. So we're just not in a position where after going to college and getting the good grades and getting the good job, we can afford anything at all. So I'm not like, that's where I want to talk about my finances because I get that, but I also feel like it's okay. Like we have some things we can try to do to work our way out of it as a cluster of generations. I feel like millennial and onward, we've all got to start figuring something out. So I feel like as a cluster of generations, we have some options. And I've exercised some of those options. And I kind of just want to talk about that today. So in order to talk about my present financial situation, we need to like glance really quickly at the past. So to those of you who are new here, I got laid off in January of 2023 and I didn't get a new job until December of 2023. So I was laid off all year. So my financial like situation happened pretty much in 3 phases. 2022, my old job, 2023, unemployment, and 2024, so far, where I'm at right now. So let's get into it. Green tea with honey. I usually add vanilla, but I don't really have time for all of that. And I just don't care. So it's just green tea and honey. And hopefully this can get me through the day. Because like I said, I am very, very tired. So to start, 2022's financial situation. My old job, I was working as a junior graphic designer at a real estate brokerage. I always want to call it an agency. At a real estate brokerage. And we had like, all of our clients were the agents. Maybe that's why I always want to call it an agency. All of our clients were the agents. So for each agent, I was designing postcards and brochures and things to advertise their open houses and their recently sold and all of that stuff. The job paid entry-level salary. Entry-level salary. And I do live in Los Angeles County, California. So my entry-level salary earned me this, what you see right here, this bedroom in this house. Not living in the high-rise apartment that I envisioned, really not living the YouTuber life, but my bills are paid. And 2021, I was doing good. I was doing golden. It was, you know, my first job out of college. It was my first full-time job as well, so it was the most money I was ever making. Your girl was doing golden. 2022, if you don't remember, that is when inflation started inflating. The prices were gouged, Miss Girl. And 2022 was a financial struggle. We'll just be for real. As far as my savings account goes, it pretty much was put on pause because what was there to save? We got to a point where I was applying to like freelance and contract work to add a second job. And it was hard for me to find a second job because I thought it was just my company, but I ended up later finding out that not only was all of the real estate industry doing bad, but all of design was doing bad. So it's hard to find a second job because we were all about to get laid off, so it wasn't nobody hiring. But it got to a point where some weeks I'll have to look at my bank account and it would be like, okay, do we want the good groceries? Or do we want a full tank of gas? Because we're not getting both. Not this week. So it was not comfortable. I was not vibing. It was really not what I signed up for. I didn't get a bachelor's degree for this. For this? No. And then I got laid off. In unemployment, I was making around half what I made when I had a job. That was my unemployment money. And I don't know how much it was exactly. That's why I say around half. I don't really know for sure. I have to do my taxes soon, and I'm gonna get like 10,000 documents because I had so many like little freelance here, contract there, you know, let me pick up a shift, let me dash a door. I had so many insurance changes, so much nonsense last year. This year's taxes are going to be a headache and a half. But I think I made somewhere around 20,000 in 2023. I think that's what I did. So in 2022, me and my brother wanted to get a house together. So we were both saving, and then the inflation started inflating and we both stopped saving, and we really looked at each other and we're like, that was funny. We were such jokesters. Why did we think? 2023, I thought my savings were on hold before. No. There was absolutely no spare money for any of that. However, because I didn't have to go to work an hour away from my house every day, I didn't really buy much gas in 2023. I filled up my tank maybe once a month, perhaps. Also, because I had a boyfriend in 2023, pretty much all year, I don't know that he really contributed. Like, whenever we went on dates, for the most part, he would pay. So it was like, whenever I left the house, it was usually paid for. But when I'm by myself, I don't leave the house nearly as much as I do when I have a boyfriend. So, like, yes, he paid for things, but I don't know that I would have needed all those things paid for if we didn't go anywhere. if we, you know what I'm saying? So maybe he helped a little bit. He probably helped a little bit. Like there were some days where I had leftovers that I could eat and I didn't have to go buy groceries. He probably helped a little bit. I also had my Chipotle money, Chipotle. I contracted with them, and again, unemployment didn't offset it at all, so it was really the same amount of money, but it was just, it came in big installments, and it was just nice to see the numbers sometimes. It was comforting to the spirit. And oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I found not having a job to be a lot more peaceful. I was a lot less mentally taxed. I had infinitely more free time. I did like, it's just, look, be for real. Be for real. I don't care how much you like your job, you like the people you work with, I don't care. If you had the option to get paid to do nothing and not work that job, you would take it. So in all honesty, being unemployed was just better for my mind than having my 2022 job, especially working a job and not getting enough money. Working a job and having to pick good groceries or full gas tank. That is, peace is not possible when that's where you're at. So yeah, I was making 20K living in LA, but I had really no worries. It was such a vibe. I honestly don't know how I was so fine with everything, but it's like I had just enough money to pay my bills, and then I didn't really desire anything else. I didn't really want to shop. I was always out with my boyfriend, so I didn't really feel the need to go out on my own. Me and my friends went out, but they were all, you know, finishing college. They were financially strapped as well, so we didn't do expensive stuff. I did go on my birthday trip, but that I just pulled from my 2022 savings because I just really wanted to go. I was turning 25. I'm like, I can't. It's my only 25th birthday, you know. So I just didn't spend much. Life was just easier. I was just happier. There was nothing to spend it on. Like, I just didn't really want anything. That is bitter. Okay, I need more honey. I just didn't really want anything, so life wasn't as expensive. But I did get a job at the end of 2023 that I'm working now. So far, it is now February 12th of 2024 when I'm filming this. So far, I will say, having a job okay, I make more at my job now than I did in my 2022 job, which is great. Great. And inflation and price gouging has kind of gone down a bit. It's still not back where it was. My groceries are still about double what they used to be, but it's gone down a bit, and that's great. My job is also 30 minutes away from me, and I only go in person some days, so my gas bill is still low, which is great. So financially, I'm in a much better place now than I was in 2022. I'm also in a better place than I was in 2023, but that I have a job of it all is coming back to my spending patterns. Whereas before, I didn't really go out to eat because I'm fine. Now, my weekdays, save my 15-minute break where I film a YouTube video, my weekdays don't really belong to me. So on the weekend, it's like I want to go have some fun. And, you know, I could have fun in my house. I could sit here and sew a dress. That's what I used to do for fun when I was unemployed. But that doesn't feel exciting enough. When I've been doing computer tippy-typey all week. The girls want to go out. So life is getting a little bit more expensive as my freedom is being stifled. I think that's just part of having a job. Most people, like retail therapy, most people are just like that, where when they're working, they spend more money than they would if they weren't working. That's just the way it is. So I'm spending a little bit more than I did in 2023, but it's a lot more money to work with than 20K. So I'm doing good, and it's good to be doing good. It's, God, y'all, I'm on a 15. It's good to be doing good. Every time that I check, because I check my bank account just to make sure I didn't overspend, just to make sure I didn't get robbed, I glance, and every time I glance, there's money in there. And I don't mean like 2022 money. I don't mean like $11. I mean like there's money in there. It's so nice. I haven't had money in a minute, and I'm back to saving. I'm back to investing as well. One of my dreams, if I live an ideal life, I would like to retire early. I think I can get all the work I am meant to do done in less than 40 years. I think I can kind of shrink that down. I can get up to senior or leadership level in whatever career I end up in. I can, get my small business to wherever I need it to go. I think I can get there in less than 40 years. So I'm trying to retire early. And in order to retire early, I need money. I need like around 100 times more money than I have saved right now. So it's gonna take a minute. Like, I'm not retiring next year, but it is something that I want to do. So I've been working on saving and investing towards that, and it's just nice to see those numbers go up. I have a spreadsheet now because of my current job. Part of it is like I'm handling our budgets. They're very big, multi-100,000, sometimes $1 million campaigns. I'm like, why am I being trusted with this? Like, to be honest, but it's my job, so I'm doing it. So I'm learning a little bit more about how to track financials, and I've been putting those lessons into my personal life. And I don't know, I feel weird about my finances because while I'm good right now, as far as paying for my room with my 5 roommates in my house, as far as Walmart Great Value brand groceries goes, as far as shopping at your girl Goodwill and her sister Walmart, Target, as far as leaving the house maybe once a week, as far as my current lifestyle goes, I'm doing good. Your girl is golden. I'm not on unemployment checks anymore. I'm not on food stamps anymore. I'm doing good. But as far as the things that 25-year-old me thought she was doing, or the things that I could predict I might be doing in 5-ish years, absolutely nowhere near it. Not even relatively close. Buying a house, that's a joke. That is a joke. Haha, you're a prankster. Affording like the first 5 years of a child's life, diapers, all that daycare. Have y'all ever seen the price of preschool? It'll be like $500 per week per kid. Like, that is just no. It's simply no. No, the money, it's not there. It's not there. It's not going to pretend to be there. It's not even close to being there. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Affording a wedding, even a small wedding, no. Ever living in a 1-bedroom apartment at any point in life? No. You thought, I mean, if you, a house was a joke. An apartment, like, come on. In LA, come on. In Atlanta even, come on. I'm from Atlanta. It's not giving. No. So, while I'm in a good place and that's nice, I also recognize that I'm not moving forward financially. I'm not where I feel like I might need to be to make my life be what I want it to be in a couple of years, to do the things that I foresee myself doing. And it's also, if anything happens, my retirement plans and my savings account, all of that gets flushed down the toilet. If I want to get my master's degree, toilet. If I have a medical something that I have to pay for, toilet. If I need to get a new car, toilet. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, they say the average American doesn't have $1,000 in their savings account, and they're like any one thing away from bankruptcy. Like, I'm not a flat tire away from bankruptcy, but I'm like an ambulance ride away from bankruptcy. I'm like a, parent's death away from bankruptcy. It's not that close to me, but it's still too close to me. And I think we're also in a time where everybody is realizing if you're not working a job that pays you 6 figures, you're pretty much always going to be in this situation where maybe you're paying your bills now, maybe there's a couple $100s in your account, like maybe you're able to say I'm okay, But if you are planning on ever progressing in life, you're not going to be okay. So I don't have a plan for that. I might have to just marry rich because I don't know how I'm supposed to do it myself. I don't know. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to talk about with finances. Just explain that I'm in a good place now, but I'm already behind. Like the room was supposed to be a 1-bedroom apartment in the city such a long time ago, and the fact that it is currently not ever gonna get there, like, it's not a vibe. My income is good compared to my previous income of 20,000 government dollars. We're doing great compared to being on food stamps. But like, as far as I'm trying to achieve these things in this life, no, the income is not incoming. This is, yeah, it's just tough for people our age to kind of ever advance. It's tough to sometimes even stay afloat, but once you get afloat, now you got no problems. Now it's okay. The bills are paid, but they're only paid for the bills that they are right now. If my landlord decides to raise rent by a couple $100, the bills will not be paid. That's not the life that I think any of us really wanted to have. But in any case, my 15 is over. I have overstayed my 15-minute welcome. And I said all I wanted to say. So let me know in the comments. How are you doing financially? You don't have to go into all the details, obviously. We don't want to get robbed in these streets. But how are you feeling? Are you keeping your head above water? Are you planning for retirement at a young age? Do you feel like you could have a kid? Do you feel like you could get married? Do you feel like you could have a house? Are you one of those annoying people in the comments of anything where anybody is complaining about money who explains, well, I actually had all of that by 15? Let us know where you stand in this world of millennial money, millennial and lower money. And if you're higher than millennial and older, how do you feel looking down at the younger up and coming adults and seeing the way how our finances are not really financing? Do you feel like we're maybe being dramatic? Was that how it was for you pretty much? Or do you feel like times have changed and we need to figure something out? Because I feel like we need to start putting our heads together. Because this whole work a job, make 30, 40, 50, 60K thing, I feel like that's not gonna work for us. It's already not working, so you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I want to talk to you guys about. So go ahead and click some of the links that are appearing or have already appeared on screen. Press the like button. I said that really loud because sometimes when I'm watching videos, it like circles the like button when people say that. And I wonder if that's something you have to turn on or if it's just AI. So AI, please highlight the subscribe button so they can subscribe. Okay, I will see you guys the next one. Until then, toodaloo. Not the ice cream truck. Did y'all hear that? Okay, click the links. I gotta clock back into work. All right, bye.